Hey, this is Steve Lukather, and you are watching Rocknlive. Well, you know, this is from a lyrical standpoint, it's kind of autobiographical the last 4 or 5 years of my life. I went through a really difficult time emotionally and physically, and I've since come out of that, so I'm happy again. So I'm kind of showing the coming from a little bit of darkness into the light again, you know, and it's my views of the politics of the world and looking at life through older eyes, more experienced. I write about what I see and feel, and I'm pretty proud of the record. So, musically speaking, I took some chances, but it's still melodic. It still has it's like a step further from the last record. So I think I'm on the right path stylistically. At least I hope so, anyway. Yeah, that was a fun little one-time event. You know, I just did that for fun. It also bought me some time to write. Made some new friends, saw some old friends. Got to play Smoke on the Water with Ian Gillan from Deep Purple. That was fun. But there's some really good musicians and singers on the tour, and I really did have a really nice time. But that was like an interim period. I started the record in December, went on that, came back, and I did 5 tours in the time that it took me to finish this record too. So I sort of blinked, and it was January, and now it's almost December, which is really kind of scary. Time flies. No matter how strange it might be, you always take something from it. Even if it's meeting somebody who sparks an emotion or something like that. I was able to make some music and come on the road, write words, and really sit by myself, because there's nothing to do in these hotel rooms. I don't really watch TV, you know, the internet sometimes I would do some work on that, but I have my guitar, I have a pen and paper, and it allowed me to really dig a little deeper into myself. So all the different kinds of music and different tours. I did G3 after that with Joe Satriani and Steve Vai. I did Ringo all summer, and Toto and my solo stuff. So I was constantly doing new things and musical inspirations, world inspirations, and my heart inspirations of what I was feeling at the time. I was very honest. It's a very honest record. There's no magic process, man. I wish there was. It would make life a lot easier. But you have to dig deep into your soul when it comes to lyrics. You know, I'm older now, so I don't write about partying and going out to the club. And you know, some of the lyrics that I hear today are so negative and so sexist and stupid. Really, you know, me and my bitch gonna go slap it up at the club. You know, it's like it really makes people sound stupid. Maybe it's because I'm older and I can't relate to that, and I don't live in the streets and I didn't grow up in the ghetto, but. Intellect, smart, you know, people should be a little bit more articulate, in my opinion, more well-read. I've tried to do that. I read a lot. I care about what happens to the world because I've lived in it for a long time, and I got 4 kids, older kids and younger kids in the world that they're going to inherit. So I sit and I write honest feelings. Instead of writing poetry, I write stories, and then I transform the stories into song form. You know, with rhymes and all that stuff. It's a different process than I've done in the past, but it also brings out a lot more honesty. So I'm not stuck in that, oh, that doesn't rhyme, so I can't say it. I just write what I feel, and then I go, oh, let me see, how do I transfer this into a song? I had help with lyrics from C.J. Vanston, my co-producer, co-writer, and keyboard player, and really just my partner in the whole project. And he worked on the last one too, so we had a really nice thing going. I felt comfortable. Randy Goodrum, Fee Waybill from the Tubes, my son Trev co-wrote and played on some stuff, and he helped with the words and all that. And I just kind of went for it, no rules. And this is what came out. I'm actually still finishing the artwork on the record, so sorry about that. It comes out January 21st, 22nd, so you'll see the real album cover. It's really a naked picture of me, not naked physically clothes, but I mean I'm walking away from my past and towards, like, looking like, okay, here I'm coming back, and that's the sort of loose message to the. Well, the album tells a loose conceptual story of me starting, I'm coming out of my last situation, which the last record I was really proud of. It was very painful. A lot of the lyrics were very dark and very introspective and sad. This is coming out of that. And, sometimes when you come out of great sadness, part of the emotion is to be angry. Some of the things I read, the internet has become such a dark place, dislike, people hating on other people that don't even know, and some of it's, when it's directed at me, it's kind of painful. So I had, so I'm writing about, like, why do people like that? In some specific cases, very specifically, they're about people that I know, and some are just a broad statement, like some of the internet creeps, that's what Creep Motel's about. And also some negative entities in life, like how do they go to sleep at night and be so evil during the day and then just calmly go to bed at night like nothing went wrong. It's kind of strange to me. I could never do that. So I'm writing about that, and then gradually, as the album progresses, I get lighter and more like, I gotta leave that resentment and all that shit behind and be a positive person and learn from the mistakes and move forward. So I think that's, and the songs, the running order on the record is the almost exact chronological order that they were written in. So first song we ever wrote was Judgment Day, then Creep Motel, then Once Again is about the falling apart of my relationship, and other people can relate to this relationship stuff. The loss is not just the loss of a lover, it's the loss of a best friend too, and there's a big hole in your heart. It takes a long time for that to heal. In some cases, a really long time. And everybody can relate to that because we've all been through it. I try to relate to the songs that I write, I think are world problems or human problems that everybody can relate to, but they are somewhat autobiographical as well. I'm an artist. I mean, these things come to me. I can't. It's how I get things out. I mean, my whole life since I was a little boy has been about music, and that's how I express myself and express my emotions. And it's my life and breath. I can't not do it. You know what I mean? I go through this person when I play live on the road. I'm playing live on the road. I don't really write much, unless I'm writing specifically for a project. But then, like, for a while, I probably won't write a song for a year. Unless I get with somebody else to write for a project. But, I'm kind of got it all out, and it takes a while. It's like you don't ask a woman who just had a baby, so when are you going to have another baby? You're going to go, oh, not for a while. It's going to take a minute. I get this question a lot. I play with most of my heroes, and I know that sounds weird, but there's a few people. I mean, I'd love to work with Peter Gabriel or something. You know, I've always been a big Genesis fan, all of those guys. And we've met and we've hung out a little bit, but working with people that I admire that inspired me as a child is, you know, it's pretty cool. Who knows, maybe that'll happen. You know? Ringo, that was a big deal for me because I toured with Ringo Starr all over the United States all summer, and then went back and did more G3 and finished my record. I mean, it's been a big year, and I've learned a lot from it. I've really grown as a person, and I took a lot out of all these situations because everybody's my friend too, but musically speaking, it was so diverse and different. I took different things from different people. It was a very eye-opening, inspired year. So hopefully that crept into the record too. Thank you for following me. I've been coming to France since I was a teenager in 1977 with Boz Scaggs all the way to the present day. We're coming almost every year, sometimes twice, and I love France, and you guys have been so great to me and to my band Toto, and they'll be back 35th anniversary next summer as well as me, a solo in March and April. The new album comes out January 22nd. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for being my friend.